All right, I'm back. So let's talk about me in general. Like I said, I implement certain families into my smoke family to get certain results. And at each stage, I met some kind of resistance in some kind of way, or something didn't work out exactly like I wanted to. Even though I got the thing I was trying to get, I lost something else and I had to figure out a way to get that and keep that at the same time. That's the problem. So now, I think my birds can get into it sometimes. I just have to rethink the feeding process because the birds changed over the years, when I wasn't competing. But at the same time, I'm trying something else on the side at the same time. It's guys out there that be talking, don't know what the hell they talking about. They gonna say, keep changing this family. I'm not changing my family. For you guys, for my fingers roller guys, I'm not changing my family. I got a cloth. Let me show this little loft. It used to be a breakup. This little box used to be a breakup. How was there a breakup? Well, it was a breakup. It had a big 6 feet high by 5 sun pin on it attached to it. And the birds come in and out of it at will. This was an opening. This was open. This part right here was open. They come in and out of it at will inside of a big sun pin. That was my breakup for my hens. So when I moved the birds over here, we decided to make this into like a little side breeding project. Well, with breeders in here. So now I got the South African birds in here. Well, not the South African cross birds, so which I call my Lisa family. So my Lisa family is called that because of London infused South Africans. So we got one pair there. I got this cock. This is a pair here. His mate is a little blue check body from Chacombe. This cock is a nephew to that hen. This cock is a son to that hen, which both came from Tim Posture from Outlaw, from out here, Torrance, California. This cock I just put down on one of my smoke hens. And this cock been down on this hen, which is a full sister to this hen and the auntie to that cock down there. Right, so I'm keeping it the same. I want to take in mind this cock made that cock. So it's not a lot of cross, it's just the same birds over and over. So this I'll call my 100% side. This bird, this bird. But they to my main hen's full sister. So it got it's still my stuff. No matter how I look at it, it's all my stuff. It's the Bull-Eye Spangled, which is a bird came from Jerry, crossed to a white heat and smoke hen, which made their father. And I took that father and put your hen that Efren Lopez bred off of 367 and one of my white heat hens and smoke. So the smoke is still in there. It's not going. I'm just doing it with this project right here. It's just this project. And I do color balance. I believe in that. So right there, a little red check and a red little splash bird, blue check, red check, ash red, what I call mahogany dun, and the blue check. They call this ash red. This is, to me, it's a mahogany dun. It's better to describe him here. That's what he is. And that's his mate. So that's another pair. So I color balance the birds. Now, the reason why I did that, let me explain to you guys. Okay, the reason why I did that and I used those particular birds that them birds are on back there is because those are some of the deeper, fastest birds. When they come in speed and depth, those are the birds that bring it. Those are the birds that give it to me. Those birds right there. So you see birds in my kits, sometimes they're a deeper side, they go back to them birds right there. And the speed. And they got some frequency, kit sensitivity. I'm trying to build that back up. That's why the mother birds here for kit sensitivity, period. That's what their job is. So that's why I'm doing that mating right there. Now to figure out which one is gonna be the best, I know I gotta fly them. All right, I got that part, right? But when I talk to the guys where I got the birds from, they tell me certain things. So I take those things into heart and I write it down on my notes and I pair the birds up. So that when stuff happen, like say a bird get too deep and it start bumping, I can make a note of that too and say, well, they did say these birds get a little hot when they get a certain age. Okay, or these birds get stronger, these birds get stiff. But all that stuff is written down, right? So that if I see it, then I know where it's coming from. So that I give me an idea what to do next. So I can't decide what I'm gonna do next with them birds yet until I start flying. Right now I'm just flying. I gotta fly them for as long as possible. I'm not. Well, I kept 2 hens. So I kept a hen off the son. I kept a hen off the mother. Right. So I do have 2 hens I put aside, just for me, just for some. Something about the birds that I like, and I'm not really wrong about most stuff. Not I pick certain birds, not too wrong, but I put them aside to see, right? And I'm gonna fly them, and I'm gonna go from there. Then I'm gonna go from there. So it's just 4. Well, now it's 5 pair. It was 4. It's gonna be 6 when I'm finished. No, it's gonna be 8 pair of them when I finish. It's gonna be 8 pair. I got 1 cock still not down and 1 hen. That's at one of my friend's house on the cock I bred. It's on the 100% cock that make those hens in there. It's directed to their father. So and I'm gonna fly those just to see. But anyway, so just give you ideas what I'm trying to do different on the side. It's not interfering with none of my pair. I got I got these 4 pair. Sorry, I have these 4 pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus these 2 pair. This pair, 6 pair, and I got 12, 15 inside. So it's 21 pairs of my main birds still down. 21 pair of them still down. So it's not. I'm not changing. I'm just trying to see some stuff. See, and I don't worry about the bad side happening. Okay, if it's happening, it's gonna show me it's gonna happen. But I try to think about it like this. Just think if my plan worked. That I'm right there. Just think if it works. Imagine if it works. Visualize if it works. And that's what I do. I'm visualizing. I visualize why it should work, how it work. Now I'm just trying to visualize when it works. What's gonna happen? It'll be birds that put me in a whole another category. For this region, for out here. I can't say for other states. There's some dudes fly some fantastic birds. I can't say from some. I gotta worry about here first. So visualize if it works. Where would that put you? And the same thing I did when I brought in the Jerry/Norm birds, Norm bred birds, their bloodline. I visualized what could happen, what it would look like if it worked. And when it started working, I was sitting really pretty. Really pretty. It was really good. I think had I not went through what I went through, I would still be one of them guys. But I'm one of them guys right now based on what I've done because of that. But I don't put myself right there yet. I feel I still got to work my way back up to there. And that's what I'm doing. Only difference between now and then, like I always say, is that I'm showing you the process and not just doing it. See, nobody never saw my process. They just heard about it or they seen the results of it. They never heard about it. And it's funny how dudes get birds from guys that I've been flying with for years, flying against for years, and they never was really a factor. And they think their birds are so great. I'm like, them birds weren't even a factor when that person had them. But anyway, I'm not here to do that. I'm just trying to talk to my people. So you can cultivate. Nobody wants to cultivate. Everybody wants instant success. I get it. I mean, it's like sports. How do you get better? Football, basketball, soccer, tennis. I can't say golf, but golf kind of. Even baseball. You got to be in a certain physical condition to play all those sports, right? So whatever it is that you're weaker in, guess what you're going to do? You're going to work on it. You're going to bring it into your repertoire. If you're a point guard that can dribble real good and pass real good, but you can't shoot real good, guess what you're going to start doing? You're going to start shooting. Now you're a point guard that can dribble, pass, and shoot. Oh, but you can't shoot three. Now you're going to work on three. Now you can dribble, pass, shoot, mid-range, and three-pointer. It's the same thing with the pigeons. It's a sport. So I need birds that can roll deep, frequently, fast, have kid sensitivity, and be stable. Same thing. So you got to implement that into your program. Period. I mean, period. So, and that's the problem. Nobody wants to do that. So, in your individual skills, you can't go buy a jump shot. I'm sorry. It just, no matter how much money you can't go buy one. You can't go buy handles. I'm sorry. You can't do it. You can't go buy hop. Sorry. You know, the Bounding Man, that was just a TV show. Can't go buy it. Sorry. And the Pigeons, frequency. You can go buy frequency. Put it in there. You obtain it somehow. You can go get depth and put it in there. You can. I'm just saying. You can. So all the stuff, you can integrate all the stuff into your mind. It just takes time. And the only commodity that we don't have, the luxury we don't have, is flying the birds real hard all the time. That's the only luxury we don't have. So every now and then, it would behoove you to learn the characteristics of the birds, the phenotypical traits on the ground that can translate to performance. Because regardless of what people say, the flying performing Birmingham roller and the showbird, they should reflect each other. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel it. That's how I see it. When you see a bird in the air, he should look like it on the ground. When you see a bird on the ground, he should be able to show it to you in the air. And that's how I think it should be. They should be a reflection of each other, of one another. And that's how I see it. So, I'm going to call this one quits for a minute, for right now. I'm going to do some more recording, but it'll be on a whole another topic. So, you guys know what to do. We're going to select, we're going to breed, fly, select again. Select, breed, fly, select again. And that's what we're going to keep doing. All right? So it's Keith London, Roller Agenda, KL Phoenix Rollers, out. Peace.